Disgraced former Premier League referee David Coote enters a guilty plea. Hey guys, back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to centre around the former Premier League referee known as David Coote, who has entered into a whole new low. He has pleaded guilty today to the charge of making an indecent image of a child. We'd obviously heard the rumours right at the beginning of this whole David Coote scandal, and of course over time the investigators in this case have basically found enough evidence to charge David Coote with even bigger charges than what he was originally put forward as. The whole Jurgen Klopp stuff, the alleged match fixing, the drug taking. Well, it all reached a whole new low when these kind of allegations came out against him, and after initially pleading not guilty to the charge, it's been revealed today that David Coote has changed his plea and is now pleading guilty. I want to start off first and foremost by saying that I understand that this content can be seen as distressing and is a very delicate topic, so I'll try and handle this with as much professionalism as I can. I will try and handle this in the correct manner. Of course, because at the end of the day, there are victims in this situation. Not just in this case, but in other cases that are very similar to this. And, you know, my feelings and my thoughts go out to each and every single one of them. And I really do hope that they are getting the help that they so desperately need and desperately deserve in these kinds of situations to help them through life and to help their friends and families through these kinds of difficult times. But when it comes to this situation, we're obviously talking about the whole David Coote saga and situation right from the beginning. It would seemingly be wrong not to include this entire thing, especially because of the severity of it and how, obviously, like I say, this goes beyond football. So this obviously does need to be discussed and it does need to be talked about. There are times and places for these kinds of things, and I feel like this is the time and place for it. First and foremost, what we know about the David Coote saga, if you've obviously been following it, a video drops of him calling out Jurgen Klopp, using xenophobic language towards Jurgen Klopp, a video that was made several years before it surfaced into the public domain, and that was the ignition to David Coote's entire downfall, it seemed. What spiraled out after that video was more allegations of things escalating from drug use, drug parties, using drugs whilst at international tournaments, representing English officiating and Premier League refereeing, to alleged match fixing scandals, and then there was allegedly this situation that arose from all of that. And whilst I didn't talk about it at the time, I felt it was too severe to talk about when at the time it was just accusations and rumours. What we knew was that obviously there was seemingly match-fixing evidence. What we knew was that there were videos of him taking drugs and being at drugs parties. And of course we all saw the Jurgen Klopp videos. And whilst they are bad in terms of obviously his professional life, we obviously had to tackle that from that perspective. Obviously, what came out in the accusations of indecent images of children and things of that nature is obviously far worse. But it didn't feel right to comment on it whilst it was in the accusation period. But now that obviously there was enough evidence for him to go to trial, and of course he is now simply pleaded guilty to those charges, I feel like now is the time and now is only relevant to talk about this situation. So, from Sky Sports, I'll read the article for you. It says, former Premier League referee David Coote has pleaded guilty at Nottingham Crown Court to making an indecent image of a child. The ex-official appeared on Tuesday in connection with an allegation relating to a Category A video, the most serious kind, recovered by police in February. So this dates back all the way to February, and obviously before then was all the other stuff that came out before. The 43-year-old, who wore a navy suit and black tie, spoke only to confirm his name and enter his plea during the 6-minute hearing in front of a judge, Nirmal Shant KC. The former referee from Collingham was granted conditional bail by Judge Shant and told he must appear in court again on December the 11th. Conditional bail. This country is absolutely messed. Conditional bail for something this serious, I think, is a joke. But the judge told Coote, who stood in the dark with his hands clasped in front of him, that she was ordering a pre-sentence report to be carried out before he was to be sentenced. She said, "You have pleaded guilty to a serious matter. Whether this means custody or not will be decided when all the information is before the court, which is why I have ordered a pre-sentence report." Coote was sacked by Professional Game Match Officials Limited in December after a video of comments he made about ex-Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp in 2020 came to light. In August this year, he was given an 8-week suspension by the Football Association over the Klopp footage. I can't believe he got bail, first and foremost. I think him being given conditional bail is absolutely bizarre. I'm completely baffled by it, in all honesty. But it is incredible in the sense that this downfall of David Coote all started from that Klopp video. If you put it together like the timeline, the Klopp video comes out, it drops, everybody who obviously has a footballing brain and is not obviously hypocritical or biased or whatever, understands how bad that looks on the PGMOL, the Football Association, the Premier League, refereeing in general. They all know how bad it looks, and we all know what should happen there. But then from there, the domino effect of David Coote's downfall, that's the first domino. Because then what comes out after that are videos of him at drug parties taking drugs, and, you know, even taking drugs seemingly whilst on international duty at major international tournaments, whilst representing the FA, the Premier League, football refereeing in general, and of course the PGMOL itself. That is really bad. Then, of course, the accusations fly about these kinds of situations occurring. Then it's about the match-fixing scandals and things of that nature. It's absolutely incredible, the domino effect that has taken place since that Klopp video of this man's downfall. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal to me. But what is even more phenomenal, like, obviously there are a lot of problems with this, but part of the problem for me is, why did this only come to light when the Jurgen Klopp video did drop? If the Jurgen Klopp video didn't drop, would this still be kept under wraps? Who knew about this? And why is this only coming to light over the course of the past year or so? What the hell is going on? What honestly is going on in this whole situation? Why is this coming to light now? If that Jurgen Klopp video doesn't drop, does David Coote continue to get away with it? Is there more to this story than meets the eye? What the hell is going on? Is the person who he's in the video with about the Jurgen Klopp situation, is he the person behind this downfall of David Coote? It's bizarre to me. It's so bizarre, this entire situation. Like I say, I hope the victims in this situation are getting all the help that they need. But at the same time, there must be questions asked. And there's got to be questions asked of who knew about this and why was this only coming to light when the David Coote and Jurgen Klopp video surfaced. Why? It is completely and absolutely bizarre to me that this whole situation has just spiraled to this point. David Coote if he's found guilty, deserves every punishment imaginable to be thrown the book at. 100%. It's a horrible, horrible situation. It's one that you don't wish to ever want to listen to, hear about, talk about, or anything along those lines. It is absolutely disgusting, and I hope that the right punishment is delivered out, as well as the right help is given to the victims in this scandal, and obviously in all situations that are similar to this. But at the same time, we have to ask ourselves, why now? Why now? How is this only being investigated now? How was this not being found out beforehand? And most importantly, who knew? Who knew about this? Because it doesn't seem to be like it was done a recent thing. This seems to be an ongoing thing, seemingly. I just find it completely bizarre. I really, really do. Look, like I say, I really hope that the victims in this situation get all the help that they desperately need. I hope if David Coote is found guilty, he gets everything thrown at him that he deserves in this situation. I just hope that one way or another we can put this particular story to rest, because it is absolutely horrible. It is horrendous. And like I say, we definitely do need answers, and there's more to this story than meets the eye, I think. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks everybody for watching and listening, and I will see you all in the next video, live stream, or whenever it may be. Cheers guys, thanks everyone for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon.